Previously on Gears and Gasoline.
We'll be taking my Evo to Lime Rock Grid Life this year. I'm ready to have fun. I'm excited to go.
So we have the tilted radiator set up now, PWR radiator set up. The cooling flow is all different now and the radiator's low. I know that can trap air pockets. Hopefully there's no air pockets. Hopefully it's all okay.
I wanted to see if there was anything I could do to try and get the Talon to run. My last ditch effort is going to be to actually flip this cam angle sensor because the car was running good before.
I just wanted to keep laughing.
Oh, yeah,
like, it was a lot of fun.
Hot. It cooked it. 246 degrees.
Oh, it feels great. Yeah, I'm excited to go back out. I'm having fun.
Obviously, this is extremely disheartening.
Let's go. Holy
where did that
crap.
time come from?
Yeah, where did that come from?
Well, the motor blew up. Car is still overheating. Temps got up to 246. I'm gonna try by removing the rear half of the ducting so it'll be ducted into the radiator and then it'll just hit the engine, which is kind of how the setup was before. If this works, great. If not, I guess I'm gonna blow a motor. The motor just stopped. I don't know, it was pretty much my first hot lap. I noticed the temps were getting high and I'm like, well, let me get a lap in, and there was traffic. And I was like, traffic. And then I think I had 2 or 3 hot laps before the temps got to 253 or something like that. So I pulled into the pits and the temp came down a little. So I was like, all right, cool, maybe I can get 1 lap. Maybe I can get a qualifying lap in. I go back out and literally on the flyer, it explodes on the windshield. And I'm like, I assume the radiator cap blew, as that normally happens, you know, when it gets hot. So I'm like, crap. So I pull in and the temps are 270 by the time I'm pulling in, and I'm like, I better drive around the paddock to cool this thing down. And it just kept climbing until it hit 290 and then it just stopped. Yeah.
Well, the cap didn't blow off.
The cap did not blow off.
The hose did.
The hose did. So then the engine ran dry and I didn't know it was dry, which is why it kept creeping up. Yeah. I mean, no doubt a seized rod. Like, the oil temps were matching. Like, well, obviously the oil temps are gonna climb with it. That means you are now Gears and Gasoline's only hope.
Oh no. I feel a little pressure. I feel a little pressure now that,
Here, let's.
I have important, maybe plot changing news. Serpentine belt is not on the car. It's in shreds. And maybe the serpentine belt, I just noticed, I didn't even notice, serpentine belt's shredded, so maybe it's stuck under the pulleys and maybe that's why the motor stopped. Obviously everything is still extremely hot, so. Oh, that is under the crank. I mean, like, we have to pull the crank pulley. Oh, maybe not.
go ahead and try and rotate it. All right, turn it off. Just turn it off. Turn it off. You got no water, and I'm sure it's still hot. 4 years.
Dude.
And ran dry.
How is this motor still running?
You got Valvoline oil.
Valvoline VR1.
I know.
The protection is incredible. 290 degrees. That should not be. Holy crap.
I mean, the head is definitely warped.
Yeah, but I should still drive it, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Why not?
Until you blow it up.
Cause a yellow flag on the race just for. Maybe do a hardship lap when you get together.
Does anybody have any distilled water? All right, I have another belt. I have another.
Hey.
Yeah, let's do it.
Man, he was all gung-ho about being your crew chief.
I'm so glad that he's not my crew chief. Don't let him know that though.
any other engine that can take 290 degrees and still run. I think it caught an air pocket, got hot, and the heat probably threw the belt somehow. I mean, the water pump could have been grabbing like air pockets and skipping, and the belt was frayed already, which is why I have a spare with me, so. I don't know why the belt popped, but that's what stopped the engine, was the belt getting caught. Which made me think that the engine was blown. Why would I not think it was blown? 290 degrees, dude. I should do an oil change at least, right? Yeah, the head gasket's blown, so it's eating the water now in 2 cylinders. I just took it over to Andy's, and then it started sounding like a Subaru, and it was rumbling. We disconnected the coil packs on 1 and 2, and it kept rumbling like it was, so I've lost 2 cylinders, but I think it's eating the water because the head gasket's warped because it went to 290 degrees. But the Valvoline oil kept going. I didn't throw a rod or anything, but...
Yeah, it's crazy that it runs at all.
Yeah. But I mean, the head gasket's just letting coolant in. Like, I can't run it because it's just gonna, I'll just lose a cylinder again, you know? So.
Dang, dude, is this thing cammed?
Yo, I got an EJ257 in this thing.
Oh, damn, you did the Subaru swap.
Yes, sir, unequal length header.
Hey, so you're gonna change out the head gasket?
Right now and machine the head flat again?
Yeah.
You know what? I left my lathe at home.
That sounds like an excuse.
See, if I brought my lathe, then we could have
I thought
done
you said
it.
you were going to be the mechanic.
Yeah, I'll be your mechanic.
No, I don't want you to. No,
I'll work
please,
on your car.
don't be.
But I can help you.
I don't need your help on my car. Everything's fine.
But I can help.
Don't touch anything.
You want me to check your lug nuts?
No, I don't want you to check nothing because I might lose 2 cylinders too.
So I know I said kind of ignore the apex because you don't have to clip the curb, but tuck it in there because it's banked. You're also like at the 6 before you got on the brakes. I was doing it past the 3 yesterday, albeit the car's a lot lighter. I think you could do it just before the 4 as like a safe warm up. And if you blow it, it's not a big deal. There's runoff. So if you hit it at the 4 and you're like, whoa, that's way too late, you can just run off. Or just run wide and you're still, you know. You gotta, yeah. I think pushing turn 1 will get you at least a half a second. Eddy's in 3rd place with the Civic Type R with a 1 minute .0. You can break a minute, which means you could get a podium. I'm not to put any pressure on you or anything.
You were putting a lot of pressure on me, and so are you.
Fastest in your session, 1 minute .2, let's go! 1 minute .2.
Yeah, I saw it.
Dude, you're in the top 5. For now.
For now.
You're like on the cut. I would keep going if you can. I mean, I blew up my motor, so maybe don't take my, if it's overheating, but.
I know I got more in it, but dude, going into turn 1 scared the out of me.
Then you're doing it right. Yeah, dude.
It scared the out
You're
of me.
P4 right now. Eddy is 2/10 ahead of you. That's the podium.
Mark Brylow, my arch nemesis from last year's driver battles. If you haven't watched that episode, I highly suggest it. I won last time, but this year we're back at Lime Rock and he's competing for the first time in how many years? Like 3 or 4 years? It's been a while, and he's doing actually really well. For the first time ever on the track, he's doing like a 1 minute, which is fast.
When I saw it flash in front of my face, I was like,
You're like, where did that
crap.
time come from?
Yeah, where did that come from? I
the
still
center-
have time in turn 1.
Yeah.
Because I didn't take the right line.
Okay.
So
There's a sub minute.
we can review it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's got sub-minute for
Yeah.
sure.
I am in 3rd, I think. Mark is right behind me in 4th. I can do about 3 to 4 laps, and then the tea kettle starts to overflow, as they say. You know, this track is very heat dependent. When it gets really hot, it gets greasy. So it's a lot more challenging to find time. Big Bend, it's insane. You're coming in at it basically at 80, 90 miles an hour, trail braking into it. The car is barely on the road. You're sliding it.
Body! There's 4/10.
I told you, I almost thought I was gonna run off track.
Yeah, you watched wide. Okay, so I think it was just in the way that you pointed it. You're hard on the brakes right there. Yeah, maybe brake a little earlier. I think you can do it. It's gonna be hard though.
Evos do Evo things, so I don't know. It could be a 57 or it could be an engine. Who knows?
One of the guys oiled down the track. I think it was Paul. It sucks for him because he just put that, transmission in last night.
It was pouring oil out. I'm like,
Eclipse. Find out if it's right for you.
It's a good car. The pressure is intense.
You get 2 timed laps, all right?
right.
Fast cool down. When you get the checker, fast cool down because the next street's gonna come out, okay?
All right,
Watch
sounds
for
good.
checker.
An oiled down track, half a second to make up. That's a lot of pressure. But the worst part of all that, I know I could have gotten sub 1 minute. Get out of the way! Just get out of the way! I don't know how he wasn't faster than me. Why was this BMW not faster than me? It was an M4. He was walking me on the front straight, man. He should have walked me on the uphill. That's where I caught him, and I'm like, go, go, go. I was just on, off, on, off. I gave him a gap, which I thought was good enough, and it wasn't.
I'm a big fan because
Man.
you did a great job.
Dude, thanks, man. Like, I appreciate all the comments in there. Like, y'all were real supportive. Like it hit me hard as a mechanic. Last session. Currently, I am in 4th place, which is just astonishing to me. I did not think that I would be in 4th place. I haven't touched this car in 5 years. Like, I haven't done any modifications, like just nothing. It's still set up the same way that it was 5 years ago. The car definitely has it. It's me. I'm the issue. So if I can put a good lap together, I know that I could at least get onto the podium.
Do you need any help, like torquing your lug nuts or
Don't
anything?
touch my car,
Is your
please.
radiator
Sir,
hose okay?
So Mark, he's improving. Did a 1 minute point 9, then a 1 minute point 8, then a 1 minute point 7, but not good enough for Eddy's 59.5.
I went into turn 1 and I just tried chucking it in there. It was too much, too much heat in the tires. So I just kind of went straight off, getting close to that sub 1 minute, and it just wasn't there.
Sorry, Mark. Better luck next year.
I'm gonna go party. I'm gonna have some fun. Congratulations to you. And me, what do you mean? All right, yay! All right, so I'm well rested after coming back from grid life. Got the laptop here. When we started last, it didn't really want to stay running. And when we did, you know, pedal it to get it to stay running for a little bit, it was running pretty lean. So I'm gonna go ahead and hook up the laptop, start making, you know, any kind of fuel changes that I think it needs, especially at idle. And yeah, we can maybe hear this thing purr. Make sure we're in neutral. Neutral. Seems to be running a little better. It would usually shut off by about now. Yeah, that's a weird oscillation. This is like a whole new territory for me. Like, still learning a lot about these cars. I think the throttle plate got stuck. I have to address that at another time. Well, I guess now. It just doesn't want to idle. So let's see, I pulled the fuel rail completely apart, trying to make sure that, you know, there was nothing in there. And, well, I didn't see anything in there. And I tried checking spark plugs, and like, they were off maybe by a little bit, not much. So I got them all back to 0.018, so all those are fine. I already adjusted the throttle pedal, so hopefully that will solve the idle issue. I don't know, maybe I should check the tank. Kenny was saying something about checking the tank. This thing's just a big old pain in the butt. Sock is intact, that hose is intact, that hose looks okay. Like, this is just a stupid ass design. Like, I don't know how Mitsubishi lasted as long as they did with these brainiac ideas.
You got a fuel leak.
Where?
I don't know, that was pretty freaking loud. That manifold's wet and this manifold's wet.
Yeah, stop. Injector.
Ready?
Yeah. Yeah, stop. I'm telling you, I can't stand this car. I really can't. This is ridiculous.
Talon for sale. Comment below if you want to buy this car.
This is the dumbest car that I've ever worked on. This is so stupid.
I'll sell it to you for $1.
Let's see what it does on the road. Yeah, that went really rich. Send all this over to Kenny and see what he thinks, what needs to be adjusted, because there's obviously that something needs to be adjusted. I'm not even going wide open throttle and it goes to 9 AFR. It just doesn't want to idle. We took it out for a drive yesterday, so we at least know that it runs, which is awesome. It doesn't want to idle. Come on, stay. Air fuel ratio just sitting there doing this. Doesn't make any sense. I finally get it close to idle, and then this happens. I added fuel. It still won't idle like it should. Every time I add fuel, it just takes it right back out. It doesn't make any sense. It's literally not doing anything. We need some more tweaks. I messed with dead time a little bit because it was at 0, and that seemed to help out a lot. Now we're gonna see how it does going out and driving. It is on the rich side a little bit, which I can make that adjustment. Let's see what that looks like. I don't know how much boost we got in, but dang, that felt good. All right, I'm at least happy that it drives. It doesn't drive well, but it does drive. We're slowly making progress, right? Now we can take this, do some corrections, and actually have a running DSM.